With everything on our minds this week, Donald Trump's fight against big tech giants, Joe Biden's cue cards, and the new push for cameras in the classroom, let's not forget the real question on everyone's mind today. Does Michael Avenatti have a prison boyfriend yet? Do you think he's a prison butch or a prison bitch? My guess is the latter. Later, the New York Times shows its hypocrisy by praising undercover reporting at the same time bashing Project Veritas for doing just that. Finally, Chris Cuomo claimed that he opposed BLM violence on his show recently. Now, where does it say in the Constitution that we have to be peaceful and polite about roasting him about this straight-up lie? Your emergency exit is right this way.
This exit's for emergencies only.
That's right.
Yay.
This is episode 212. My God.
Dude, could you believe that?
212. Today is July 9th, 2021. We are recording live here at K-Brand Studios in our floating tin can. Far above the world. I'm Los. You can follow me on TikTok at That's Right Los.
Oh, shit. Welcome to the club, my man.
Joining me, as always, is exactly David Aguilar.
Damn right.
You could follow him on TikTok at Emergency Exit Pod. That's also us. Making sure we're streaming live is Brennan, not Jura52, Hard Hat Mitchell.
How y'all doing?
That's right. Accumulating those nicknames.
Is that your TikTok, not Juror52?
No, that one was taken. Mine's
son of
not juror 52_37.
There you go.
Nice.
You got to make it, you know.
Yeah.
You got to be distinct.
All right, great. Welcome back to another show. It just kind of crept up on us because we were sitting here fucking TikToking.
Dude, my mustache, it feels so good.
Does it feel good?
It feels amazing.
Looks weird.
It does. It feels a little weird.
It looks good.
It feels a little
Good
weird
luck.
on this side.
That's okay. It just needs to grow, and it'll keep getting better. Just
I know, but I love it.
keep treating it very nicely there.
It's
too.
almost like a bonsai.
Yeah, totally, turtly, dolphinally, turtly.
Definitely.
Yeah, come on. Am I wrong? Anyways, TikTok. I was thinking TikTok, and it was it's fun to do TikTok.
You're liking it now.
I just like watching the funny stuff.
You
We're
like
trying
it a
to
lot
watch
more.
it on our account, and it's like a bunch of weird stuff. I've got it tuned up right now where it's playing me fucking choice ones every few of them. You still got to fucking swipe up for the shitty ones.
Yeah.
You know, the cringies. But the duos that are hilarious are just hilarious.
Totally agree
I'm
with you
just
100%.
like so into it right now.
You're
you know,
loving
guys?
it, dude.
Just like so into the talk. That's what we like to call it, you know, the talk.
The top
You know, talk, brah. Anyways,
tacos.
there's a lot to go over today. A lot to talk about. A lot to have fun with.
a lot to talk about.
A lot of talk about. There you go. High five.
Hey!
Anyways,
Damn right.
let's go ahead and jump right into the Brew World Order.
It's the Brew World Order.
All right, what we've got here is El Chingon.
El Chingon.
From Four Corners Brewing. This is an IPA with an alcohol by volume of 7.3%. My goodness. This IPA is brewed with a Chingo blend of American hops balanced with Munich malt and dry hop para más intensidad.
Paramas.
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 What? How did I? Paramas.
Paramas? I don't know.
Paramas.
I have no idea what we're going on.
Did I say intensidad? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Intensidad.
Right on.
Intensidad.
This has got 72 IBU.
Damn.
It's available all year round. And we've already had a chance to go ahead and drink it. And I think it's time for Nut Jura 52 to give us his rating. Go ahead.
This beer, I'd never had it before.
They named it after you.
Yeah.
After me?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I had no
El
idea.
Chingon.
El Chingon.
All right, well, I mean, it's definitely hoppy. It's got that bitterness to it, but it's 7.3. I've definitely got to take that into consideration.
Yep.
I mean, if you're gonna be efficient about it, having some of these, it's not bad. Definitely not gonna be my first choice, but not down there. I'm gonna give this a 6.
Yeah.
6.
I like
Okay.
that.
What
I like
about
that.
you, David?
I don't know. I think this beer is great for either a celebration or for depression. Right? You
What's the difference?
right? Hey, sometimes that's exactly. But I think tonight's a celebration. You know what I mean?
Tonight's a celebration?
Tonight's a celebration, bro.
Why is
Because
that?
every day is a celebration. That's why. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's how we roll right here. In
I
the
thought
United
every
States.
day was a winding road.
That too, but to get a little bit closer.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give this a 7 because it just tastes good. It gives like you don't need too much for this one, right? You're 3/4 way to the can, and you're already feeling tipsy. You know what I mean? You want to call your mom. You want to text your best friend. You know what I mean? You want to hug your cat. You want to be on Oprah. After at least when you're almost done with it, so I'm gonna give this a solid 7 because it gets you where you need to go and it gets you there quickly.
Get you. It does. I think it will get you there quickly.
Mhm, yep.
All right. So I've had a chance to drink this, and I'm continuing. But I think it's got a nice sweetness, a smooth grapefruit hoppiness in there.
Mhm.
It's a tad heavy, a little too heavy for me, but it's still a great beer.
Mm.
It loses points for drinkability. I give this a solid 7.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah. We agreed.
Yeah. So El Chingon.
El chingon, bro.
There you have it.
Yeah, it is a chingon.
What does Chingon mean?
It means like the tough guy,
Oh, the tough guy.
like the badass. Like you're the chingon. You're like you're the main dude. You're the fucking badass.
What does it say here? Tu hype man está en el espejo.
Your hype man. What?
Tu
In the
hype
mirror?
man. Tu hype man está en el espejo.
Oh, your hype man is in the mirror. It's you.
It's you.
It's you, bro. You're the
Look at
chingon, bro.
You were always the
You're
chingon.
always the chingon, bro.
If
They're
you're the
making you realize that.
I'm the chingon.
You're the fucking chingon, bro.
You're the chingon.
I'm the chingon.
We're all the
We're
chingon.
all the chingon. See, and
Who-
that's what
who are
keeps us
these people?
unified. That's what America's all about.
We're all chingons.
We're all
You're
chingons.
emergency exit. That's this week's brew and order. And you know, it almost should get a higher rating. After
I
that,
know.
but that's
I'm gonna
whatever.
boost it up to an 8 just because of that.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
Ah, shit.
Maybe you can. We write the rules.
Yeah, we fucking write the rules. I'm bumping it up to an 8.
Really?
That's right.
Just because it's fun to talk
Just
about.
because
It?
it's fun, it makes you feel like a fucking chingon.
I'm not giving it any extra points, but you can go ahead and change that to an 8.
Damn right,
That's
I just
right.
did.
All right. First ever change your mind.
There you go.
No, I've done that before. I've absolutely fucking drank something, gave it a 5, and then I remember that's that one time I drank that coffee PBR.
Oh no, I don't remember.
No, you
that.
weren't there.
I wasn't here for that.
It was when we were at the station.
I remember that one.
And I drank it down, and I drank the whole thing down. I was like, man, that's fucking good. 5. And then I started drinking his because he hated it. And it didn't taste so good after that. And I was like, okay, let me try a new one. I opened it. It tasted bad. And I revised it to, I think it was a 1. That's right. So it went from 5 to 1.
Whoa. So it just went from bad to worse.
You know, so it's not unprecedented what happened. Unprecedented? Unprecedentamente.
And predominantly.
Predominantmente. All right, that's an inside joke. Well, that's this week's Brew and Order.
It's the Brew World Order.
Let's go to number 1 here. So the president of the United States, Joe Biden, I think
Oh,
that
I
he's,
thought you were talking about Trump.
no, I do not subscribe to this whole he's a fake president. Come on, dude. Come on, man. That's all I gotta say. Come on. No, no, sit. Look. No, look. Look, Dave.
Biden.
David, look. I've been a good guy. All my life, do the laundry. I separate the whites from the reds.
I'm from Scranton.
Something that my dad told me once. No, listen. Hey, look. I'm not kidding. We should separate the whites from the blacks.
Oh, okay.
Only in our laundry.
That's it.
Look. I'm not even kidding.
You know, I remember one day my daddy and I were driving. And I saw 2 men kissing, and my daddy said, "That's just what people do."
That's like an actual thing. He
Yeah,
said, right?
that's literally what he said. I forgot what it was.
Saw a
Not
couple gay
literally.
people.
Yeah.
Saw a couple fags over there kissing. I said, "Daddy, what's that?"
Why
He
is that man giving that
Listen
in there?"
here, son. That's 2 people kissing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I said, okay, Daddy.
Daddy, why does it tickle down here now?
Why don't,
After I
why don't
see
I got a
it.
boner, Daddy? He sounds like almost like George Bush a bit. W. Anyways, so one thing you could rely on Donald Trump was he had an answer for everything, whether or not you wanted that answer or not.
He was a straight shooter.
So it's sort of weird, and I think they're like learning their lesson. They know not to let somebody like talk out of order, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Biden's known to sort of say the wrong things.
He's a bumbler.
He's a bumbler mumbler.
Yep.
He's a Joe Bumbler.
Yeah.
Hey,
Joe Bumbler.
Hey, this is me, President-elect Joe Bumbler. Joe Bumbler.
Bumbly.
But he's asked this thing on some sort of, I think this may have been like that ice cream thing. But I don't know, whatever it is. But he's doing some sort of trip where, he goes to some regular mom and pa shop. And
Good old Joe.
goes out and does a little bit of shopping for the people. Just so I'm one of them. Look.
Me and Barack Obama.
Look. Me and my president, Barack Toboggan. Look. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Look. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. He goes to some mom and pop shop and does some FaceTime. It's pretty cool. I would be stoked if the president showed up to a place unmasked. By the way, he's done with that.
Oh yeah.
He's done with that. But there's lots of reporters. All the reporters show up. The White House correspondents. And then, ready to ask him some questions. So let's just go ahead and pick it up from here. He's just trying to buy something.
Let me know if I can ask you a question.
Sure.
Right now, sir?
Yeah.
With the most recent hack by the Russians, would you say that this means
We're
that...
not sure it's the Russians.
Okay, with
I
this most...
I got a brief as I was on the plane. That's why I was late getting off the plane. I got a brief and that's good. All right.
That's a good pause. Perfect pause, by the way.
Would you like your
Do you
receipt?
know who it might be, sir?
I'll be in better shape to talk to you about it. Hang on a second.
So he pulls out some cue cards from the left and right breast pocket.
We're not gonna do it.
I'll tell you what they sent me.
What they sent me.
That
Russians?
the idea. First of all, we're not sure who it is for certain. Number one. And what I did, I directed the full resources of the government to assist in a response if we determine what else you need.
Oh, nothing. You're all set.
Okay. And the fact is that I directed the intelligence community to give me a deep dive on what's happened, and I'll know better tomorrow. And if it is either with the knowledge of and or a consequence of Russia, then I told Putin we will respond. And
You didn't tell him already, sir?
no, I haven't called because we're not certain. The initial thinking was it was not the Russian government, but we're not sure
The
yet.
initial thinking it wasn't Russian, but we're not sure. Okay.
That was so confusing.
All right. So just to be fair. Okay. I thought I'd get that going.
To be fair.
He read it right this time here. So we've got this video, and he's asked again. Because I think that's everyone's asking, hey, you met with Putin, and...
He didn't really meet with Putin.
Yeah.
Like,
that was not really that good.
yeah.
But
Mr.
what's
President-
going on here with these hacks? Should we be concerned?
It's happening every fucking month now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And on the latest ransomware attack, can you tell us if you believe that rises to the level of U.S. retaliation?
I can tell you a couple things. I received an update from our national security team this morning. It appears to have caused minimal damage to U.S. businesses, but we're still gathering information to the full extent of the attack, and I'm going to have more to say about this
Can you
in the
pause?
next several days. We're getting more details.
Oh, it's over anyways.
Yeah.
I get why the other side likes Biden right now. Can you tell? Do you understand why, David?
Well, what do you mean by the other side? The Republican side or the left side?
The left, the Democrats, why they like Biden. It's a change from Donald Trump. Donald Trump off the cuff, fucking joking, he's funny, right? To this guy where he has statements for everything, right? And he doesn't really go off the cuff much. because maybe for reasons that he doesn't go off the cuff because he's incoherent in things that he talks about.
I was gonna say I think they like him because he's a pushover.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or do they like him because they're not getting Donald Trump?
Yeah,
Like they get this guy
too.
that will talk about things that he's supposed to talk about and stick to a script, and there's less chaos with that. But Donald Trump, for us, we thought he was hilarious, and he really did stir up things. And I don't think the policy, we can talk about different policies and shit and whatnot, but I didn't hate that guy so much. He sort of, I hate the way that everybody interpreted it and made certain things fact that were absolutely not fact.
Well, and there's so many times where, like, even with Trump, it was any little thing that he did, they try to pick apart. Like Joe Biden with the mispronouncing of words, with saying the wrong state or the wrong nation when it comes to wars or whatever it is. It's like they just gloss over those things, right? Those things are major things. Like if you say Ukraine instead of Iran that you're going to war with, they're going to be thinking, oh, you're going to war with us? And it's not one of those like, oh, I didn't mean that. And so for him, they're just like glossing over all his mistakes, when with Trump, any little thing they had, whether it was his skin color, his hair, the way he would move, whatever it was, they had to pick something about him for you to focus on that was negative.
And think about this too. Like he knows, well, I don't know. We know that if he starts talking out of order, he says weird things. But there's obviously an attempt to keep him silent and write a script, write a narrative. Somebody else that's writing these things for him in order to pretend, I guess, in a way that he's in control. But he's absolutely doesn't sound like he's like making any sort of decisions for himself. He's just on the side of, he's like the spokesperson for the Democrat Party.
Mascot.
And I think that's what some people like about it. It's like it shouldn't be about Donald Trump and the Republican Party. It should be the Democrat Party when we have this guy to take the fucking force for all the shitty things that we're about to do. Like, that's what's going to happen. He's going to take all the force for all the shitty things that everyone's going to go, yeah, that was absolutely racist. That critical race theory stuff, absolutely racist. 50 years come by. Can you believe they wanted to teach that in schools?
He's a scapegoat.
Like, they're going to, that guy Biden... And the Democrats get to do all that stuff. And
What other president was it that they did that to?
Where they did that? Where they like, well, there was.
He was like an old one, and they pretty much like put all the blame on him, and he wasn't even really cognizant about fucking being president.
Wasn't that FDR?
Was it FDR?
Where his wife was signing things and
I
everything?
think so, yeah.
They say that she's like the first president, but basically she'd go into the chambers where he was probably incapacitated and just signed it in his.
You know how I know about that?
What?
Drunk History.
You know what? I think I saw that in Drunk History.
Drunk History, bro.
Yeah, very credible source for history news.
That's where we get all our news from.
Didn't you watch it on Drunk History? I watched it on Drunk History. I don't drink.
Never had a drink.
But I think it's funny to watch them drink. They're drinking whiskey.
Dude, they get fucking hammered.
They're drinking Oak Eden.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's Biden this week. He's absolutely a puppet. And so I think it just just shows it by way he refuses to talk about certain things or have any opinion on anything like that, because he knows what Donald Trump would have done. And his team knows that. And so they're going to keep him from doing that by just saying, stick to these cards and walk away.
I was going to say, when did you ever hear Trump say, I'm going to get in trouble?
I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, yeah.
Right? How often is Biden saying, I'm going to get in trouble for saying, I'm going to be in trouble for talking over, I'm going to be in trouble? You're the fucking president. You're the one who's supposed to be leading in this country, and you're being afraid of being in trouble by your staff?
Man, you know.
When did Trump ever say that? Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for...
You know, let's just do your thing, Biden, whatever you want to do, whatever. You guys... Let's just go on and wait for the next election.
But I'm just saying, dude.
And then the next election after that is going to be the next presidential, and then we're going to make sure a libertarian gets in office.
But I'm just saying,
right?
this is the man who is representing our country. This is a person who's saying this is what America is like.
Dude, what is that supposed to mean? Do you think that it makes us look weak?
Yeah.
To the worst. What's that gonna do?
Yeah.
They're gonna come and they're gonna attack us.
Who says
is
it?
it? Come
What,
at
what,
me.
bro? What is this literally talking about? The fucking Russians hacking all our shit. How much hacking has gone on since he's been president? How high has gas gotten?
I know he's definitely doing.
Come on, bro. You
That's
know,
what
you
I'm-
know.
I think it's fun to talk about him failing. You got to talk about the good things too. What is something
What
good?
critical
he's
race theory?
done? No, what's the good thing? What's a good thing he's done?
Nothing.
You got to find at least something good
Yo, I cannot think of one good thing he's done.
because he's done everything bad.
I think you tell me one good thing.
He stopped the border wall. Ah, that's not good. Let's see. He what else did Biden do? He stopped. Come on, help me out here, boys. What had Biden? We're gonna Bing it over here.
What the fuck, bro? Why did
Done good. What had Biden done good?
What did Biden do? You are from Texas, Brandon. Shit. What did
has
Biden do
done
good?
Okay, yeah, let's go to what he's gotten done. Let's see what he's done. Everything. Why we don't need to get into this. I want to get into cameras in the classroom, but got to find something he's done. Oh, we're out. Okay, good. Just get me out of there. Just get me out.
So
okay?
nothing.
I'm sure there's something good. You're just not looking at it, and we're not watching him like live. We're watching somebody else talk about him, and then that we form our opinions based on someone else's opinion on that guy instead of watching ourselves, which will probably still have that same opinion. If you guys want to join the conversation, the number is 830-875-0637. We are rocking it live here. And what do you guys think about cops having body cams? Is that something you think has been good overall? Brandon, what do you think? Has it been a good thing overall that we've had body cams on cops?
I think absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, David, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's been a good thing. Yeah.
Why?
Just because you have not just more than one witness, you have like the footage of the actual event, so things cannot be misconstrued.
Can you go to link 4 because I want to kind of do this in reverse a bit. Because
Now, and I will say, and I think it's only good for public things, not for private. Right? If you're a citizen, you shouldn't be forced to be wearing a camera, have a camera in your home.
But let's talk strictly like cops for a second.
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
because
Like public workers.
What's a pro? Let's talk about the pros and cons real quick. And now I'm getting this from BritannicaProcon.org. Reliable, nonpartisan, empowering. Okay.
Wow.
And why should police officers wear body cameras? Here's pro number 1. Police body cameras improve police accountability and lower reports of police misconduct. Like, think about it. You're a cop.
Yeah.
You know there's a camera on you. You're probably not going to do bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to try not to.
Yeah.
Con 1. So we got a pro. Accountability. Con 1. Police cameras are too expensive and unreliable for many police departments.
That's not a strong.
Equipping police departments with body cameras is extremely expensive as forces have to budget not only for the camera, but also for ancillary equipment such as car charger or mount. Also training, data storage facilities, extra staff to manage the video data, and maintenance costs. Baltimore police entered a body-worn camera program in 2016 for $11.3 million. Jesus. As of June 25th, 2020, the cost had tripled to $35.1 million. That's cited there if you want to, but take my word
Why?
for it.
You could buy a fucking GoPro.
Let's see. Yeah, just GoPros. You could try to see if you can get a discount from GoPro or something.
And not even that. Now they have those fucking little Insta360s. You just clip on your fucking necklace.
Really? Just a small little thing now?
Small little thing, dude. And it's a 360 camera.
That's great.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you would only get 180 because the camera can't see behind your
Well,
shoulders.
yeah, but if you
it'll
were
get
to,
a good 180 view.
But if you were to hold it on a stick, or
hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it. You gotta hold
Hold,
it.
I hold it. That's how you know that Texas, baby.
Let's see here. So let's look at another pro here. So the pro. We've had one pro. We've had one con. Here's another pro. Body cameras are a powerful tool in domestic violence cases. Police body cameras are a powerful tool in domestic violence cases. When an officer wearing a camera arrives at a domestic violence scene, the camera is able to record the immediate aftermath of the attack. including injuries the victim has suffered, as well as the victim's statements that may be more honest than later statements, which is, there you go. It's accountability again, you know? You can't say accountability, but it actually literally records. It's a camera. So we get to see things that you get to see something in the aftermath, like they're saying, and people may be traumatized, and then the story changes.
Yep.
You know, trauma changes the memory.
Well, and it's also what I said, but also what this is saying is, you know, there's so much that people intentionally leave out or non-intentionally leave out. You know what I mean? And with, like I said, with body cams, it allows it to say, okay, this is what happened. You know, everybody is prone to twist the story to their benefit sometimes. You know what I mean? So body cams allow the truth to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go to another con. Police body cameras invade the privacy of citizens, potentially exposing victims and subjecting citizens to facial recognition software. Does that scare you?
That does scare me.
Yeah. Recording police encounters with the public could lead to the public exposure of private medical conditions such as mental illness.
I think that should be at least public, though.
Because mental illness is such a broad term now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's where the scary thing is, because mental illness is such a broad term where
Used
it's
to
like...
mean retard.
You damn right it did. You damn right it did. Man. Thank you for saying that. I love that word. I can't say it.
Why not?
My wife thinks it's offensive.
Your wife won't let you say that word?
I mean, I say it, but...
Which word?
Retard.
Oh, listen, did you hear that shit?
But I just know
Got
she doesn't.
him.
I just know she doesn't like it, so I try not to say it as much.
Okay,
but it's a great word, dude. That word describes.
What if you say
so many
mentally retarded before it, or what if you say mentally before you say retarded?
I don't. But see, it doesn't have that.
How about
you know what I
artard? Is that bad?
Remember Carlos Mancias?
Dude, that was
right. Right. Nobody said shit about that. Even
Who's
though
the retarded one now? That fucker is.
Dude,
lost
fuck
his
that
career.
guy, dude. Fuck that guy.
Let's see. Victims of crimes such as rape or domestic abuse may be further traumatized by recordings. Informants or witnesses may fear reprisal from criminals. People being arrested may fear the damage of public exposure, such as being fired from a job. There you go. Let's go to another pro. Pro 3. Police body cameras are a good police reform tool and have strong support from members of the public. Con. Police body cameras decrease the safety of police officers and negatively affect their physical and mental health. What? All right, maybe. See, we can read the pros and know, like, okay, what they're saying there, body cameras are good for police reform tool, strong support from members of the public. Yeah, everybody thinks that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But when you say this, I got to read they put a list of stuff. I got to read it. Assaults on police officers were 14% higher when body cameras were. Now, that is something I think I can agree with.
I could agree with that, too. Because they fucking act. And you see these motherfuckers when they have their phones out.
What? Exactly.
When they have their phones out, they're like, what you. What's your badge? And they.
Can you go to. Keep this tab open, but go to link number 13. Because this is exactly what I'm talking about. What you're saying.
Wow.
This con is absolutely, I think, is actually.
What documented?
I read it and I thought, okay, maybe this is bullshit. Decreases the safety of police officers, but then assaults on officers are 14% higher. I mean, it's already a high thing, but check this out.
You get my face? Hey, don't get my face like that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. 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 Fuck you.
What they have.
You got up on my face. Don't touch me. You got up my face. I ain't touching you, bitch. Fuck you. This is my home. I pay right here. Fuck you. Fuck you. I ain't gotta go nowhere. White man. This is my land. Fuck you. And you're standing with him. Why? Don't put your fucking mask, bitch! Don't put your mask!
And I bet
Portland officer.
Yeah, it's a Portland officer.
I bet you if he were to do some shit,
a whole bunch of ants just try to like crawling up your leg and like saying, "What's up, dude? Hey, what's up? What's up, bro?
A good puppy.
Where's your fucking mask?" All right, stop and pause. You're serving the white man who enslaved our people. Yeah, like a long time ago. Nobody
Yeah.
does that now. I hate that argument.
Yeah. And I bet you the person telling him that is younger than him.
You're so free.
Yeah.
You've never been a slave. Your dad wasn't a slave. Your mom wasn't a slave. Assuming that they're there, by the way.
Yeah.
And your aunt maybe is. No, it's your grandma. It's your grandma.
Probably your grandma.
Your grandma wasn't even a slave.
Yeah.
Her mom
More
may
than
be a
likely.
slave. Her mom may be a
The
slave.
chances of her being a slave are higher after it's your great grandma.
Great grandma.
Yeah. Great grandma, like.
I think great grandma is for sure. You can say okay.
That's like 50-50.
Because that's close.
That's 50-50.
That's
right
pretty
there.
damn close.
But the great that's 99.9%.
Yeah.
Depending where they live, though.
Keep going. I want to finish this video. Maybe we can get towards the go like 3/4 through. Pa, turn it up a bit. Give me a reason.
Fuck you. Put that light on me, bitch. Fuck you. You plant no fear in us. You're on our land, bitch.
Are they
If
running?
you guys didn't see what happened, okay, so this they were driving off, they're done,
Wait, for what? For what? She didn't do anything.
and some jerk like hit the car and runs off.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck off us. Now, get the fuck off us.
So, assaults on police officers were 14% higher when body cameras were present. That's actually a legitimate con. So that's pretty much what they have there. Okay, so
And how frustrating is it for some of these police officers who know that they have the body cam footage and they don't release it, and they're being criticized in the media day in and day out? You know what I mean? Like, how many officers are being accused day in and day out for being racist or whatever it is, and the department has the footage but doesn't release it, that is proving them innocent?
oh, how many times have they done that? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
So this got some people thinking here, and so there's this push at at the moment for getting cameras in schools because this whole CRT thing
Yeah.
is freaking out people,
Mhm.
right? If we can't teach that, but you know, you've got these videos which we've shown many of the videos where they're like, I'm gonna teach them anyways.
Yeah.
Or, well, I'll tell you why we should teach them. The guy with the mullet, with the
Yeah.
mustache, he's like, let me tell you why. Okay?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it comes from slaves being pulled from, like we're catching runaway slaves, you know? 'Cause things didn't change. We've been trying to catch those runaway slaves since day one. But I think it's a good idea to have cameras inside the classroom. So I thought I'd look it up and see what's the conversation like about this. So I found this here. This comes from safety.love-to-know.com.
Safety.love.
It says
To
keep
know.
security cameras out of school classrooms. And let's read it here. There are many pros and cons for having security cameras in the classroom setting because there are compelling arguments from both sides, including from teachers, parents, and administrators. This makes for an excellent debate topic. Upsides of using classroom cameras. Scroll up a bit. Among proponents of classroom security cameras, many cite safety and behavior management as the top reasons. Mass shootings on campus have risen at an alarming rate, with more deaths in the past 18 years compared to the 20th century. Currently, around 80% of public schools use security cameras, hoping they may help mitigate misconduct and violence on campus. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Monitor student behavior. School violence has propelled many schools to begin looking into more intense security measures with the hope of deterring inappropriate behavior. Good, right?
Yeah.
Keeps the students accountable. And probably teachers as well. Scroll down some more. Let's see the next point. It bolsters teacher accountability. There you go. It improves teaching methods.
Yeah.
Research has illustrated that collaborating with colleagues and other higher up administrators can improve teaching methods. There you go. Okay, keep going. How security cameras disrupt schools. So these are the cons.
Okay.
According to a comprehensive study on exclusion, here we go. Security cameras may create a feeling of alienation for some students and can incite a negative view of the school environment. Can incite a negative view of, okay. Parents, what if it's good? It may incite a positive view of the school
Yeah,
environment.
as a parent, if I were to look at cameras and my kids going to school, I would think to myself, "Oh, I'm glad there's cameras around."
Okay, so far, not so good. Parents may not feel. Go back up just a second. Parents may not feel comfortable with their children being looked. I almost said raped. All I can see is aped, and I thought I was going to say raped by the school. Without their presence as well. The financial costs are considerable as well. One Ohio school district spent over $60,000 in cameras over 5 years, plus $22,500 in software setup and annual fees of over $28,000. Wow.
Hey, but you know what? If it just saves one life, that's all that matters.
That's
just
right.
one life.
Creates a hostile environment. Setting up surveillance cameras in classrooms may make for an atmosphere of mistrust and lack of safety in a school environment. A lack of safety?
What?
That's no.
As a student, let me just say, as a student, if there's a
student
camera
of
like
life?
a student of life, the hard knocks, bro,
That's my man.
fucking hard knocks. But if I were a student and I saw a camera in the classroom, I would be prone to even think, "Oh, this backs me up." Because if my teacher is acting a fool and she ain't teaching me right, I can complain, and there's a camera to prove my point.
And exactly. And
Damn right.
There'll be less of those kids with their cameras up.
Yep.
You
need your camera. We got to record.
All right. It increases crime. What? As counterintuitive as it may sound, the classroom security cameras may have been shown to increase the amount of crime in a school setting.
How?
Excluding property damage, not only are they expensive, but cameras are actually increasing the disciplinary issues the school needs to handle. Okay. They're increasing the disciplinary issues. Like, they have to punish more children because now they can catch everybody getting busted. That's what they're saying. It increased, right? Increase the crime. Well, no, you're catching it more now.
Well, again, same thing with COVID, right? The more tests you have,
And
the
all they
more
excluded-
COVID there is.
Yeah, all they excluded was property damage.
Yeah.
They didn't exclude anything else out of that. Not only are they expensive, but cameras are actually increasing the disciplinary issues. Okay, I'm sorry we have to work a little bit harder
Yeah,
to
for
punish
real.
the kids. Get a fucking cop in there. Another big consideration is that violence is more likely to take place in hallways, bathrooms, and stairwells, considering, rendering classroom cameras ineffective.
What? No, then you just put security guards in the places. Now you limit the area that would happen, and you put security guards there. So if there's any yelling
Means
for
more
help,
money. More money. More
these
money.
people are so stupid.
Moving on, impacts academic achievement. Impacts academic achievement. In a study that compiled 2 large national surveys of about 40,000 students, researchers examined the impact that school security had on students. Researchers found that heavy surveillance had a moderate impact on hindering academic achievement. Others argue that in an attempt to make schools safe, other important factors are put on the back burner, such as academic success and school culture.
You know how it hinders academic achievement? Because they catch the person and then they get expelled from school and they don't graduate.
That's true. So
That's how, yeah.
because it'll show that not only black people are getting busted, but white kids are also smoking pot and getting in trouble here. What is this? Cameras also may contribute to the school to prison pipe. Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh my God. That's nothing's been more debunked than that one. Legal perspective. Moving on. Actually, no. That's a new topic there. Depending on the school's particular policy, security cameras are typically acceptable in hallways, parking structures, the gym, and supply rooms, as well as classrooms. Got to get the janitor's room in there too. Why not?
Just the kids are jerking off.
Lots of kids jerking off in the janitor's room.
You
there.
know?
Unless the school
Fucking
has
figuring
personal,
each other, dude.
What are they doing?
They're, you
Discovering
never
each
know.
other? Unless the school has a personal policy against having cameras on campus, legally it is acceptable for them to install them. So what do you guys think? Brandon, do you think we should be having these security cameras?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my high school had cameras, not in the classrooms, but pretty much everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And think about what we read a second ago. How much it costs for them to have body cameras. Just body cameras.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like the whole security system with the cop cars that have them too. But even all that, millions of dollars just for those cameras. I get that it may cost a lot, but as you can see, it's stopping crime because you're finding it.
Yeah.
And as soon as they... the only reason why crime happens so rampantly there is because they know they're getting away with it. As soon as it stops getting away with, crime will find another place to go.
No, it always does.
It always does. You can't stop crime.
Mm-mm.
Crime is
Inevitable.
is infinity.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, again, it's.
Do you know any good passages about that?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just that
Why don't you in that case? Why don't you join David in,
I know.
in his new Saturday show?
But no, like what the Bible says that the human heart is sinful, so we're always prone to sin. We're always prone to do evil. So it doesn't matter how many cameras you put in, evil's still gonna happen. People are still gonna do corrupt things. But at the end of the day, it's cameras do help solve cases, prevent things from happening. I know I used to do a lot of stealing back in the day when I was a kid. I used to steal from PacSun a lot. And when I would notice cameras in department stores, I was less prone to steal.
Of course.
That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, for them to say, oh, it's counterintuitive. Some people see cameras and they want to steal. You must be a retard.
It's stupid.
To look at a camera and say, that makes me want to steal even more because I want to get caught.
You're absolutely right. And we got to think about what good it's done to have cops have them, which is why I brought up the cops in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember that cops are being held accountable for their good things and the bad things that they're doing. And it's good, don't you think? Maybe it's the one of the cons that people would say is like, oh yeah, the bad ones are gonna know when they're recording, and they're gonna still be bad, but they're gonna know when they're not recording.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
But that still limits the amount of bad stuff they would do.
It does, absolutely, because again, you can't stop the evil, and we should all be against the bad cops, which is not very many of them.
The Derek Chauvins of.
Well, it's like that, eventually, the evil will come out in this person, if they really truly are evil, and when they do, it'll be on video.
Yeah,
and it'll weed itself out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty simple.
It's pretty fucking simple, man.
So I listened to Matt Walsh. He's a great commentator here, and he put this thing on Daily. I don't think we can put it up, but it's number 5, and it's I don't think you can get on it. But basically, it's the last paragraph I wanted to read, and I have it here because it's a pretty good. It boils this down. It boils it down right here. Okay, so in the end. It boils down to this question. Is there anything that could happen in a classroom that you absolutely would not want documented on film? Whatever that thing is, it should not be happening in the classroom, period. Is there anything that could happen in a classroom that you absolutely would not want to? I would want everything. Anything that happened in there, I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about Russian hacking, though.
Mm-hmm.
Will they be able to have some weirdos jacking off to school-age children?
Well, again, and that's what I was thinking too. Like, an argument that I would have against this is, well, what if people hack into the cameras? Well, then that argument should not just go into the classrooms. It should go into your home and to your devices, right? Are you giving up that same freedom because you have an iPhone? Well, again, that's when you count the cost. You know what I mean? Is there some sick person that may or may not hack into this school system and diddle himself to my kid? I don't know. I don't know if that would ever happen. But I do know that the possibility of maybe somebody shooting up the school, or maybe a teacher trying to molest a student or trying to cause harm to a student happens way more than that. Therefore, I would want the camera there to capture that evil more than the other evil.
Teachers molesting students, I don't think that happens that much.
I mean, I
definitely has stopped during this whole Zoom thing. We've been zooming.
Well, no shit, because they ain't there. I mean, you never know.
Zoom molestation.
You don't know about Zoom molestation, bro.
Zoom molestation.
Yeah, but remember, just think of all the accounts somebody's got caught jerking it on Zoom when I thought the camera was off.
What do you
CNN guy.
What do y'all think out there? Should we be putting cameras in there? Is that such a bad cost? I mean, you can see the reason why folks on the right and people that oppose critical race theory being taught have a problem with the teachers doing that, and this will hold them accountable so that they'll be able to know and keep an eye. I mean, think about it. It's public school. We pay for it.
Exactly.
It just like cops, we pay for that too. Don't you think we should hold the people that are teaching our children or holding criminals accountable? I think
Yeah.
even having teachers wear body cams, would I go as far as saying all teachers need to wear body cams from now on?
Damn.
I would not say that actually. I think that's a little bit too weird.
Well, you know, the only.
But if you're not doing anything wrong, you got nothing to hide.
Well, see, well, that's the scary thing.
Huh?
The scary thing is if the
Shingon.
if the argument boils down to that, and then the government wants to use that argument to get into your home, to get into your private life, and in the sense of saying, well, there's nothing to hide if you're not doing anything wrong. I think the government tends to do that. It tends to push the boundary between Americans' freedoms and how much they could invade it. And that's my only fear when it comes to that.
Oh, our homeboy White Pride Texas is
White
back
Pride.
on. What's up, boy? Cameras should 100% be in the classrooms. The Marxist activists wanted body cams until it became clear that in most cases, the people they would have defended were actually violent scumbags.
Yep.
What you can even see, though, sorry, if it wasn't for body cams, we wouldn't have a lot of, we may not have BLM today. You're welcome, body cams. I mean, I wish.
Body cams lives matter.
Okay. Here's a good one for you. If we went back in time and somebody came up to you and said, David, all right, in the future, you're going to have these giant riots in 2020. And they're going to be race riots. What? Race riots, right? Are you listening?
I'm listening, bro.
But, you know, it all may have not happened if we didn't have body cams for cops.
No.
You know, we wouldn't have. There was this big push for cops that killed innocent black people unarmed. You know, and what if we told you that we got everyone to say stop? Would you rather stop the body cams, or would you stop the body cams, or would you
Or keep the body cams.
keep the body?
Well,
cams?
it's almost like a game of peekaboo. Do you prefer like the person not being there? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird because the body cams are giving you what you want to see, but then you don't want to see it, right? It's Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth.
You can't
right?
handle
The truth before you is this, right? What did they think with the body cams? Oh, we're gonna expose more. Exactly what my homie White Power Texas is saying. Body cams were going to show us how corrupt the police really was. But it really showed us, yeah, your everyday American's are pretty much a fucking asshole.
That's correct.
And they don't like it. So now they're saying, oh, I don't want to see the truth anymore. Hide the truth from me and give me the lie that said it's the cops that the problem and not us.
Our boy WP says, same thing with the classrooms. Having them in the classroom will bring light to how evil the classroom can be.
Mm-hmm.
It will cause parents who actually love their children to withdraw them from public
100%.
schools.
Dude, and this is I used to teach. I don't know if you knew this, but I used to teach back in the day, and
Sucking wiener.
no, not that. But the thing that I you know, and even in seminary, I read a book called "Reclaiming the Future of Christian Education."
In seminary, were
Yeah.
you inseminating? Like
No, seminary is
seminary
is theological studies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about like, you know, putting your hand in a cow's
you're,
ass.
You're always thinking about sticking your hand up a cow's ass.
In
Man, that's the
seminary?
thing about you. You like the freaky stuff.
What?
But there's
you like the freaky stuff.
There's a book that I read called "Reclaiming the Future of Christian Education," and it was about just even breaking it down in brass tacks. It was about caring more about the students' growth in life and not just trying to pump information in their head. And that really allowed me to teach in a way that was more engaging to my students, because it was like, I want you to learn the way you want to learn, not the way the curriculum is telling me to teach you. You know what I mean? And that's what happens so much in schools is they don't care about the way that the student is learning. They just care about the information that's coming out of the teacher's mouth.
Absolutely. We don't care how you teach them those things, but we do care what things you teach them.
Exactly, yeah.
It makes perfect sense. Like, you teach them science, you teach them math. I'll teach them about life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what parents should be saying.
Yeah.
You know, teach your children about life and let the school handle how to make them add, how to make them show their work when they're doing math.
Learn English,
mathematics.
learn how to write, learn how to read.
Things like that.
Yeah,
Things that they're going to need
simple
later.
shit.
That's what school I always thought was.
Yeah,
you know, it just gets you ready to be an adult.
That's what it used to be about.
Now it's like we got to teach everybody how to. I don't know, what is the goal. What, like I've asked this again. What is the goal of like teaching people about more history? Like, do you realize that there's lots of history out there that nobody even cares about learning? Like, what makes you think that teaching these children about extra history stuff, did they not learn the sort of bullet points?
Well, the
Did
thing
they
is,
get the summary?
And the thing is this: we live in America. We're not called to teach other world religions. If you want to learn that, then you can, as a college student, go into those kind of studies. But a teacher is called to teach you about American history because this is a country you're choosing to be a part of, right? If we went to China, they'll teach us about Chinese history. You know what I mean? So in America, you're learning American history because this is the country you grew up in, and we want to teach you about the country that you live in now.
You're right. And so we got WP. It sounds like he's probably restarted the stream because he's now saying Biden has handlers. And he goes, libertarians like Gary Johnson and Bill Weld. I think he's probably listening. But Los, the LP is a joke.
Las Prietas, that's where I grew up, bro.
The LP is a joke?
The Libertarian Party, bro.
Oh, is a joke. Oh, why? Dude, okay.
First you have Zig Ziglar. I'm just kidding.
I think it needs some tuning. The Libertarian Party, I don't think is a crazy party that people think that it is. It's just stay out of my business.
Bro, McAfee was running for the presidential candidate in 2016, bro.
It'd be sweet if he ran. But
No, he did, but he died now.
I know he's dead.
He did, but he dead.
Why is it a joke to just have a party where you have a president that just says no for everything? Can you imagine all the bills that come and he's just like, nope.
Nope.
He or she, by the way. Nope. Nothing's going to be done. How much money? Nope.
I don't like it.
And let the states do whatever they want. Individualism, red tapes.
Wow.
It's not just getting rid of everything, right? I know this guy argued with me once. It's like, oh, this utopia you have where there's no laws. And I'm like, what? No laws. I think what we have now is pretty good. Like we talked with.
Well, not right now. What we had about 4 to 5 years ago was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah, a lot of things are bad now. But I think the freedom that we have now, I don't think a lot of things are bad. I think we can still do everything that we can do. We could have
Bro,
done
we're
5
living
years
in
ago.
COVID times now, bro. We're just talking
No,
about.
we're not. Trust me, dude. No, we're not. Even my work's like masks optional, period. Now I can walk around the whole place. I don't even have to wear a mask.
You know what it was like 4 years?
Masks are done.
You know what it was like 4 years ago? Masks weren't even mentioned.
Yeah.
Hey, I did see something interesting today when it comes to if we're talking about just masking and people randomly wearing. So I was doing some work outside of a local ice cream establishment, installing some fancy concrete stuff.
Was it
and
Amy's?
One of the workers, I guess he'd come out, on a quick break or whatever. He would, I guess, between customers, he'd come out and smoke a cigarette. Of course, Amy's, they're still wearing masks. I think a lot of probably businesses are still mandating that, I guess. I'm not sure. Either way, he'd come out, slide his mask down, light his cigarette, take a drag, exhale, put his mask back on.
No.
Mind you, he's outside.
No.
Nobody else around, and would,
oh my God.
couple minutes and, phone, blah, blah, blah. I'd see him pull his mask down, take a drag, exhale, put his mask back
No.
on. Yeah, I thought it was just so
Bro,
hilarious.
it was so funny because even that day, I remember.
I just thought it was really funny.
Unbelievable.
I remember a few days ago, I saw like Daily Wire posted something, and this guy was walking around outside, and he was asking people like, "Why do you wear your mask?" And so many people were just kind of like, I don't know. It's just,
What's the reasoning behind that?
yeah, and it's just like, it's just.
Some
and
people
then,
said peer pressure from
Yeah,
their friends.
exactly, and then other people were just
That
kind
was
of like,
Ami Horowitz.
yeah, and some other people were like, "Oh, I'm doing it to prove a point that I'm not for like almost the
that I'm
Trump-"
not a Republican.
Yeah, in a sense, you know what I mean? And it's so weird when you see that how wearing a mask is indoctrinating people, and so many people have bought into the lie of you have to fucking wear a mask in between puffs. I was gonna say the N word, nigga. You gotta be kidding me,
Dude,
bro.
it was just ridiculous to see. Like I
Yeah.
don't care. Hey, if he still wants to wear a mask, if they're making like that's fine and all that. But just seeing
In
that,
between, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
in between
it was
puffs?
really
Yeah, dude. So that part is absolutely weird, and I've been actually thinking about like service industry. I sort of like that they do wear masks. It sort of is that extra thing that you know that you're not getting some sort of ghost booger flying out of their
I'm
nose
with you
when
on
they
that one,
breathe out
bro.
or
I'm with
something,
you on
right?
that.
That's sort of nice, right? I think you can still leave it up
It's
to
like
them.
even pre-COVID, you go to a place and you see that at least because here in Travis County, you don't have to wear a hairnet, but you see some
beard,
companies they require a hairnet, and it's
or even the beard net.
even that too. You're like, well, at least I know I'm not gonna get a hair.
Yeah,
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It's theater.
It's theater. Here we go again with the theater.
Here we go again with the hair theater. Your
We
hair's gonna
got
stick
we
to
got
your
Rachel
face.
Ray. We got Rachel
Hey,
Ray.
what up,
tuning in.
Rachel?
What'd she say?
What's up, vatos?
Oh, hola,
Los
bata.
chingones. Get that right, girl. Los chingones.
Yes, get that right, Ese. Esa.
Fucking Lurs turned Mexican real quick.
Yo, we've got like 2 minutes left in this show. I think we have time for just this little
Until we go to the other side.
this little guy until we go to the other side. We're going to continue on the other side. Matter of fact, let's just wait till we get to the other side. We are going to continue on. If you guys like our content, you could find us on Facebook.
You can.
You could find us on Instagram.
If you search
you
for us.
could find us on TikTok.
Yeah.
That seems to be doing well right there. So check us out on TikTok. I think
Like
that's the best one.
TikTok is giving people the nitty gritty, right? It's shit that we can't post on Facebook and shit that we can't post on Instagram.
Well,
TikTok is the nitty
they
gritty.
put a COVID, like a COVID information ticker on one of our videos.
Oh, they put that on a lot of our videos, bro.
Yeah, they don't like our videos too much.
They monitor us quite a bit.
Just don't criticize China, and I think
And
we'll be
you're
able to
good.
say
Yeah.
pretty much anything. You put up President.
Or don't talk about Nazis.
You can't talk about Nazis.
You can't talk about Nazis.
I think someone just flagged you for hate speech, and they had to look into it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not bad," and so they let us keep it.
Bro, nobody had seen that video though. Literally nobody had seen that fucking video.
One person saw it. That was it.
Nobody.
That one person
Nobody.
was watching it and saw, what is this garbage?
Nobody saw
What
it,
is
dude.
this garbage?
You know who saw it?
Who?
The person who was watching me upload that to TikTok.
The president?
The person.
Oh, I think you said the
The
president.
person who saw me upload that to TikTok is the one who said, "Oh, I can't have this motherfucker post this shit because he's revealing the Project Paperclip." And if people end up finding about Project Paperclip, they know that America was founded on some Nazi motherfucking shit, and they can't have that, bro.
Yeah, just because it was founded on there doesn't mean it's. Do you think it's still a Nazi organization?
Oh man,
NASA.
you know I can't.
NASA, short for Nazi. Like A.
Not
Just
right?
change that to an I. Nazi. Coincidence? Yeah, yeah, totally.
Look,
All right,
bro,
so-
I don't know, dude.
If you guys are watching us on Channel 10, we'll be continuing on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be talking about the New York Times, Chris Cuomo. Don't forget CPL, the creepy porn lawyer.
There you go.
And we'll talk about Trump versus big tech, and hopefully we can get into some more of that stuff. Tucker Jones. I don't know if you guys know about Tucker Jones anymore.
Bro.
That being said, we'll be back next week. Stick around on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be back next week. We're gonna do some more TikToks. Get the TikTok.
Get the TikTok
You
going.
got a TikTok app. You know the kids. All the kids are doing it. You want to be cool? All the kids are doing it.
It's like anal.
Like, please, they are. Jesus, Murphy. That's see. You can't lose your virginity in your butt. Right?
Exactly.
So you can stay a virgin and still get butt raped.
That's
right?
the.
That's why you're still a virgin. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. That's right. All right, we're on the other side.
I was gonna say that's a loophole.
I don't think we can talk about that stuff on.
Hey, you know what? They're talking about it in schools.
You got to definitely just be
They're
able.
talking about it in schools.
They
You're
are
telling
talking
me we
about
can't
that
talk
shit
about
in
it in the
schools.
podcast, but they can talk about it in second grade.
All right, we're on the other side. Just as we don't have to worry about the restrictions of being on public access television. Yes, we're on public access.
We're on public access,
If you're
man.
watching us on YouTube or Facebook, you could watch us. See, I'm saying you could. We can say we can't say you can. No. You should.
You will.
You will. We can't say call to action words, but you could say you could. Because, I mean, you could if you want, right? You could not. Is that a workaround, Brandon?
I'm willing to defend that because it's saying it's putting the
Option.
yeah, the option up to the person. You're just putting the information out there.
Yeah.
Like you could find
You could find us on YouTube and Facebook.
If
you
were
could
to
find
look.
beer at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just have to go there and make that choice to find it and purchase it, and versus go follow us on
Yeah.
Facebook, go like us, blah blah blah. We're giving you the option. We're just giving you the information,
Yeah.
and what you do with it,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
It's
and
up to you.
I'm willing to defend that.
Yeah.
It's never come up yet.
You could do whatever you want,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't do it if you didn't know about it. So we're gonna tell you about it, and if you want to do it, it's up to you.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean? We're not biased.
All right, so I want to talk about this thing real quick. It'll just be really quick. But Todd and Don's show in the morning. And I'm calling you out, Todd and Don. And if you can make this if you can cut this out and like send it to them.
Let's start it right.
Todd
We're
and
calling
Don.
you out, Todd and Don.
First of all, where the hell is Steve Williams? Where the fuck is Steve Williams? He was like the best part of after you hear the traffic, you hear Melinda Brandt fucking talking about all the usual traffic, and then it would be like bright and sunny all day. Bright sunny, 70 degrees. It'll be a mild night at 68 degrees from the Weather Center. I'm Steve Williams. It was just some fun stuff, right? It was great. Now they have this like from the weather. They say if you want to connect to klbj.com. It's stupid. It's not good. And they have some chick called Rosenteller.
I'm mean mugging him right now, bro.
She's probably cool. Nothing against her. I just like Steve Williams better. He was just funnier sounding. Anyways, I've been texting them. Where's Steve Williams? I've gone on their Facebook. What happened to Steve Williams? And so they were talking about. This was about 2 days ago. They were talking about that Olympic runner that tested positive for marijuana and now cannot run in the Olympics. Right? She's suspended for a little bit, which is suspended enough where the Olympics are happening. And Don was all like, well, dude, you knew what you were doing. Like that's the law.
Fuck
like,
you,
what
Don.
are you fucking up to? Like, you should be banned.
Come on,
and
Don.
everything. And so I sent the text to them, and I'll read the text.
Come on, Don.
I'll read the text verbatim here, and it says, I guess Don would have been the. First of all, I asked, where in the world is Steve Williams?
We gotta know.
I guess I just periodically just send them that.
We gotta know.
Hey, what happened to with the Weather Center's Steve Williams? Where's the world of Steve Williams? And I think my theory is it's Mark Caesar. He's one of the other DJs. Maybe he plugs in and goes, "I'm Steve Williams."
Oh, you think it's an alter ego?
Maybe. I thought maybe that's the case. Steve Williams. I've looked him up. I Googled him. The Weather Center.
Doesn't
Steve Williams
exist.
Doesn't exist. Never existed. But anyways, they're talking about this Olympic star, the weed, and Don was saying, "Well, you shouldn't have done it. Yeah, you know the rules, and you should be banned." And I said, I guess Don would have been the first to have told Rosa Parks to go sit in the back of the bus. It's the policy after all.
Oh, that's a good argument.
And so I sat there and listened, and then I got to work, and I had to stop. So I popped in my earbuds and just put it on, and lo and behold, he pops in and says something very similar to what I said. And then just listen here. This is Todd and Don's show. Hour 3 from July 7th, 2021.
We have a rule for pilots. If you take a certain medication, antihistamine, you're grounded for a month. And the point I'm trying to make is there are consequences to not following the rules. And for that later to go against the rules of the Olympics, now,
it is what it is.
I have to follow that. Yes, sir.
Would you,
That's what I think.
William, would you have told Rosa Parks to get to the back of the bus? Because that's the policy.
Yes, I would.
They said, yes, I would.
Okay, Todd. At least I made you think about it, right?
What do you mean you made you think about it? I made you think about that, Todd. And now that we've got this down, I know you read my text. Where the fuck is Steve Williams, you motherfucker? Because fuck you just stealing my work here, which I may have saw from someone else, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is you read my text. Where the fuck is Steve Williams? I want to know this answer. Hashtag, where the fuck is Steve Williams? Where TF is Steve Williams? That's all. Thank you very much. Send that shit to him, too.
That was a rant.
Dude, at this point, I know now. You've ignored my text. You've seen it. You're hiding something. Where the fuck is Steve Williams?
So that was almost verbatim to what you said.
But I tell you,
That
dude,
was so close.
I listened to it and I was like, oh, he said it. And he goes, got you to think a bit, huh? And now, I didn't listen to hour 4. He may have addressed it or something. But let's see here. Laugh out loud. Los and David in the Morning should be the new KLBJ show. Dude, that would be so freaking sick.
No, I would love that.
Todd and Dodd, that's good stuff. Remember Sergeant Sam? He was based. Did Steve William know the Clintons?
Oh, shit. Steve William knew the Clintons, bro.
Dude.
That's the plot twist. That's the fucking plot. They knew the Clintons.
Where the fuck is Steve Williams?
Then he ended up suiciding himself, dude. That's it.
I feel like sometimes calling Todd and Don, I just don't have time in the morning, man. I want to do Jeff the Texan and just be like, boy, you got corn in your ears.
So they accept live calls
Oh, yeah, it's a regular radio show.
all day, every day.
Yeah, you can text them, though, and that's an easy way of doing it.
So you text them every day?
Not every day, but
You just said every day.
I've done a few texts, but not every day. I just want to know where Steve Williams is, man. And, if he needs a job, I worry about that guy. Steve Williams, he's not like a regular weatherman. Like, they have like a name that sounds.
Is he black?
Sandy beaches here at the weather. The rains from the east, or eastbound rains from the. Here's your center. Anyways, where the fuck's Steve Williams? Anyways, there you go. Let's go to number 7 here. Chris Cuomo.
That son bitch.
I think it's so funny that we're going to hear him talk about how he opposed BLM violence. Like, yeah, he's like, I was never for it. Are you fucking kidding me? But then at the same time, we know what he said. We played the video. We've said these things. I've opened up my show with these things.
We got the documents, Joe. I've
got the goddamn documents here. Now let's just read it first before we read any of these watch any of these videos. But Daily Wire here saying CNN's top-rated host Chris Cuomo said on Tuesday night that it, quote, sure as hell isn't true, end quote, that he approved the months-long deadly riots associated with Black Lives Matter. Okay, so people are assuming that are saying that he approved of the BLM riots, and he's saying that's sure as hell not true. Of course, it was Black Lives Matter and Antifa, which swept the nation after death of George Floyd. Unfortunately, Chris Cuomo's record says something much different. What he's saying now, on the July 6th episode of Cuomo Primetime, Chris Cuomo joined his fellow CNN hosts in focusing on the 6-month anniversary of the Capitol riot. Fucking the meandering, as
for real,
Gavin McInnes would call it. Cuomo said that the Republicans had downplayed the importance of the D.C. riot, in part because they believe it pales in comparison to the BLM riots. Cuomo said on January 6th there were, quote, around 140 officers assaulted, some very badly. This is the truth, period. It is no less the truth because Black Lives Matter supporters committed acts of violence too. Even if you want to believe that the media was okay with what they did, which sure as hell wasn't true on this show, but even if you want to say they were, it doesn't change this. Cuomo went on to label D.C. riot as the most consequential civil disturbance in U.S. history. What happened on January 6th has no equal in terms of what and who was targeted and how, he said.
Come on,
man. Look, it's no joke. Come on, man. What should we make of Cuomo's assertion that this show somehow opposed the international series of rolling riots associated with the BLM and Antifa, which included acts of arson, looting, assaulting police, and murder? Riots that caused billions of dollars of property damage and left dozens of people dead.
Yep.
And dozens is hyperlinked there, and I'm sure that they go into all the people that have died during that.
Yep.
And it was more than the unarmed black people were killed last year.
Way more people were killed in the BLM Antifa riots than were killed in January 6th, bar none.
And look at how you can click on a link from the Daily Wire, and it's not just another link to the Daily Wire. But at least 25 Americans were killed during protests and political unrest in 2020. More than findings from armed conflict location and event data raised concerns about continued violence during and after Election Day. All right, going back to Fredo Cuomo.
Fredo Cuomo.
What he said then. Fredo had repeatedly apologized for the rioters' tactics, including the use of violence, often citing their moral purity as a justifying or mitigating factor. On June 2020, Cuomo said that, quote, "Too many see the protesters as the problem. No, the problem is what they force your fellow citizens to take the street. What forced your fellow citizens to take to the streets? Persistent and poisonous inequities and injustice." Then Cuomo dared the critics of BLM-related violence, "Please show me where it says protesters are supposed to be polite and peaceful." Yep. Let's just, just to be sure, let's just go ahead and rewatch that.
As the problem. No, the problem is what forced your fellow citizens to take to the streets. Persistent and poisonous inequities and injustice. And please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Wow.
Now, too many see the...
Wow.
So he says he never approved of BLM.
Bro.
Is that not like an approval? Like, it's definitely not a non-approval. He's like, well, that's what happens when you have injustice. So you approve of it. Well,
Bro.
no, but that's what happens when you do.
What in the world does this guy... Where does he get off in thinking that we don't remember this? That this has not been recorded for everyone at all times to see?
He obviously does what Joe Rogan does. You just don't read what people say about you. You just don't. You just fucking don't. And for your own sanity, by the way. Like, imagine if we read all the crazy hate mail that we get.
Dude, we would not exist.
I tell Brandon's all, it's like, hey, dude, we got another fucking piece of mail. And I'm like, did you read it? He goes, no, I'm not going to read that. I go, dude, don't.
He's like, I ain't going to stress myself out.
Like, literal, like, mail. Like, once we got fucking, it looked like baby powder. Dude, I was like, that's baby powder. He's like, dude, I don't fucking know if that's baby powder or not. I go, I don't fucking care. Just throw it away. That's it. Don't even read it. Did you read what it said? He goes, no. And I go, fucking throw it away.
Don't snort it.
But no, on a for real note, remember that thing that I fucking showed on my show that somebody sent my mom? And it was, dude, do you remember that? That totally reminded me. Someone sent my mom, like, paper that looked like it was, like, wiped with an ass. It had my name on it. It had my name on as the sender. Because my mom called me and said, did you give me a card? Like, what the fuck is this?
Did you give me a card of shit?
Like, what the fuck is this? I gotta find this shit because, like, literally this shit. But it freaked me out. I think we talked about it on the show. It was a while back, man. Fuck. I don't think I'll even find it on here. But anyways, that fucking freaked my mom out. Freaked me out for a little bit too. But who the fuck would send that fucking shit to my mom? It literally was it says you are what you eat or something, right? That's what the letter said.
Poop.
And then there was like a napkin. It looked like it was like wiped with shit. It was unfreaking believable.
They probably meant to send that to Cuomo.
Maybe. I'm looking back at all my screenshots. It's funny what I screenshot. There's old masks that had Trump's face on it. The Pocky Challenge. Anyways, didn't matter. All right. That is Cuomo, man. That is our Cuomo bit there. I want to go to link 8 here. And you guys have heard Michael Avenatti. Of course, how can you not have heard Michael Avenatti? If you're on the left, you loved him. You absolutely fucking loved him. What we need to do is look at some past video and see if Jimmy was all into him, because that was still back when he was on the show, right? And he talked about Avenatti. I don't remember what he said about Avenatti, but
I think he liked him a lot.
He may have liked him. He's like, oh, he fucking stands up. He's fucking.
He talks against Trump, and he tells him how it is.
Yeah, I don't know if he said any of that. We have to watch back. I don't even watch my own show, so we'll have to watch back. But we all know that this guy got sentenced, and we'll talk about that in a second. But let's just remember, just because this guy was a huge like enemy of Trump at the time, or so it seemed, because there was this thing that, he fucked a porn star and he may have used campaign finance or something for it. I don't know what it was. But let's go ahead and press play on this, because
none of it was
this
proven.
is how the media portrayed this guy who just, stood up a little bit to Donald Trump. and eventually lost, by the way. Just remember how bad he lost.
Trump's worst nightmare, Michael Avenatti.
Joining us once again is Michael Avenatti.
Let's bring in Michael Avenatti.
Michael Avenatti.
Michael Avenatti, thank you very much.
He's out there saving the country.
Don Meacham says he may be the savior of the republic.
You are something of a folk hero now.
I owe Michael Avenatti an apology. I've been saying enough already, Michael. I've seen you everywhere. What do you have left to say?
Me too.
I was wrong,
Enough.
brother. You have a lot to say. I am just dying to hear what you think.
I want to suck your dick so bad.
I'm the only person right here Donald Trump fears more than Robert Miller.
We think you guys are the tip of the spear that's going to take down Donald Trump.
Michael Avenatti's a beast.
Okay, that's true.
And
he's a beast.
He's a beast.
I hand it to her, and I hand
Can
it
you
to
pause for a
Michael
second?
Avenatti.
I was just thinking about how he said you're gonna take down Trump. You're gonna be the one to take down Trump. Could you imagine if like we had video of people going, like celebrities going, we're gonna take down Biden? Like just sort of the outrage. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I hate when people use that analogy, the what if. But think about that. If there was an actual, if it actually was reversed, wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think?
Oh,
that
yeah,
that would,
dude.
like they want to take down Biden? Like what is that supposed to be?
And the what if?
What are you gonna
The
kill
what
him?
if is
Insurrection?
Is exactly what so many Trump supporters and people say. What if it right? What if everything that's been coming out of Hunter Biden was Don Jr.? How much the media would be up in arms about all this shit, but because
That's to quote David Aguilar exactly.
Yeah, and because it's fucking Hunter Biden, oh, we can't question it.
Absolutely.
Right? He's gonna sell his paintings for $500,000. Don't question it.
Dude, have you not like, dude, if I was a criminal and I needed to give this guy some money, this is such a fucking easy way of doing it because art is so subjective. You
Yep.
could just literally take a nice little fat poop in this Oak and Eden bottle.
Change that out for that poop.
Yeah,
Swap that out for a poop.
Instead of the little piece of corked wood they have in there, just a little turd.
Just a little turd.
Just a little turd.
And
What, $500,000. It's 'cause
Hunter
it's so
Biden, who has never painted anything in his motherfucking life. Just the way he had no understanding of charisma.
He's probably high on Parmesan
You
cheese.
damn right he was. You damn right he was.
By the way, if you're using that Parmesan cheese that's all powdery, you ain't doing Parmesan cheese right. So let me tell you that right now.
Dude, that's me and my wife had bought like, she buys block Parmesan cheese and grates it on top. But I'm just so used to the powder that it's weird to me.
Well,
I'm from the hood, bro.
I grew up having the powder, but just like maybe a month or two ago, I just decided we're just gonna get like good Parmesan because we still haven't bought the Parmesan that was shredded. But it was pre-shredded, so we wanted to make a mac and cheese, like a real gourmet mac and cheese. So we bought all like the good. We got
The
Gruyere,
breadcrumbs and all that
We
shit.
got Gruyere, Gouda, Gouda. What do they say?
Gouda.
No, they don't call it Gouda.
But
Where
it's
from,
Gouda.
but we say Gouda. Cheddar, all this cheese, all this like good cheese, and then Parmesan Fontaine, whatever. But now we've been getting, ever since then, we get the Parmigiano Reggiano. Parmigiano Reggiano. And I bought this it's called a microplane, and it's like, just say when, baby. Say when, and you just sprinkle that cheese.
Olive
on there.
Garden type shit.
Yeah, and dude, I'm pretty close. I should just buy me that one that cranks.
Do it, bro.
Say when. Instead, I'm just change your life with the real Parmesan cheese, man. It's just so much better. Let's see. Let's read some comments here. With all the reparations talk, can we call it even after summer 2020? Do you guys have a hate mail segment yet? We should.
We should.
I think Avenatti was considered a presidential contender at some point.
Yep, that was by Brian
I grew up
Stelter.
thinking Aunt Jemima was a real maple syrup and make America great again.
Hey,
Great.
there you go.
This guy needs a segment on our show. That's
White Power.
WPTX on White Power, Texas.
White Power, Texas.
Can please tell us it's not White Power because I don't want you to be White Power.
I think he told us what it was before, and we just kind of bypassed it because we enjoyed White Power
Make
more.
America great again. I'm gonna probably say that now every time I grate some Parmigiano Reggiano. I got my microplane around him and go, "Let's make America great again." It's just so good. All right,
We should make a song called Make America Great Again.
it's
and it
about
should be a
shredding
cheese.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Yeah, it's about cheese.
Yeah, American-made Parmigiano Reggiano.
Make America great again. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, warrior poet. There you go.
Warrior. That's
White power is way better.
fucking faggy. Warrior poet. I like fight, but I also like write about my feelings.
I write about what makes me angry and what makes me a
I
warrior.
feel like if you're a warrior, you like hire a poet so that you know.
But bro, what if he's like a warrior that has like one of those soft sides?
He's mad at us now. As a transracial white man, I hereby knight you both as honorary white men. Happy White Boy Summer to you, fellas.
That's what I've been waiting all along.
As a racial white man.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you guys heard it. We've been honored. Do we have some sort of like?
I know we
some
need like
confetti
we
that
need
can-
like AGT, the gold confetti that comes.
Oh,
down.
there it is.
There you go.
Now you need some overlays of just confetti and shit. Okay. Creepy porn lawyer.
Yeah, creepy porn lawyer.
Let's finish off
yeah.
how much the
let's
media
keep hearing
just sucked his dick.
But he has a bigger calling here. That
got a bigger calling here.
compared to what he's doing.
No one has talked tougher directly to Donald Trump on TV than Michael Avenatti.
On TV.
And Donald Trump is afraid to mention his name.
That's fascinating. Donald Trump is terrified.
That's fascinating.
Of Michael Avenatti.
He gives Trump a run for his money more than anybody else, Michael Avenatti.
Existential threat to the Trump presidency.
The Democrats could learn something from you. You are messing with Trump a lot more than they are.
He has no doubt created sheer panic in Donald Trump's very fragile mind.
Michael Avenatti is laying down the law as guest co-host. And is he really thinking about running
we've had
for
enough.
president?
How is this not propaganda?
Seriously, as a contender.
Exactly right.
How is this not propaganda?
How is this news? How is it that
How?
we get? Oh, actually, keep playing because we get to see this guy.
Oh,
fucking-
this
This is the
motherfucker.
best part because he's like, yo, let's just watch this.
Is because of your presence on cable news.
You look at the field of Democrats right now, and Avenatti's the one who stands out.
If they decide they value a fighter most, people would be foolish to underestimate Michael Avenatti.
Oh.
I have always said that they need a fighter.
Always.
Look, I mean, we're going to continue to use the media. I think we've used it with great success.
Yeah.
Was that on Colbert?
Washington Free Beacon. Could you go back to that guy that like did that talking voice?
You see, Michael Avenatti is the best. He's the best.
That guy. Sorry if I'm making fun of the way he talks.
Field of Democrats right now, and Avenatti's the one who stands out.
If they decide,
If you're looking at the
You
field
can't
of
take that guy
Democrats,
serious.
he's the one that stands out.
I feel like if I were debating him, I would just talk in that voice
What a fag.
and make fun of him the entire time.
What a loser.
That's
All right, so I don't think we need to talk about this guy too much more. I mean, he got 2, what is it, 2 years? 2.5 years?
Rachel says she made chicken parmesan for dinner today.
Dude, chicken parm. Ain't nothing better. Ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with
no chicken parmesan.
with butterfly in the chicken breast. Ain't nothing wrong with a little flour. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of egg.
You know why?
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of flour again.
You
Ain't
know
nothing
why?
wrong with a 350 hot fryer.
Because that's what democracy looks like.
'Cause ain't nothing wrong with that.
Reverend, let's get that shit straight, Reverend. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know, it's funny, Reverend. I was talking. Remember, it's just it's funny, Reverend. I was just talking.
Thank you
to
for
my-
asking me
Just
that.
talking to my mama about something, and she smacked me upside my head and said, "Girl, you know what you did."
Damn right.
Okay. Let's go to number 12. Do you guys want to talk about Trump's versus big tech? I don't really care.
I care.
I just want to see what happens with it. We do want to do this Tucker Jones thing. So
The Tucker Jones.
this is a real quick one here. Whatever happened to just gays wanting equality and being left alone? We gave them all. They have there's no rights afforded to gays or to there may be more rights afforded to gays than there are to straight people, but there's no rights that we have that aren't afforded to them. They have equal rights to us.
You know what I want to know? How many of the people on this board are pedophiles? Convicted.
I don't know, but let's not go there, okay? I thought the whole push for gay marriage was we want equality. This is the next step to equality, and we just want to be left alone. We want to be able to get married and be left alone. But at this point, they're not even being subtle about it. This literal gay choir, San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus, sang this very odd song. We're not going to play the whole fucking thing, but it talks about, we want to convert your children. what am I supposed to think about this? Go ahead.
Will convert your children. Then we'll turn to you, giving up the fear inside is freeing like you never knew. Go and see San Francisco. Go and turn up that disco. You'll forget you were ever upset. We'll convert your children and make an ally of you yet. We'll make an ally of you yet.
Make an ally of you yet.
We'll make an ally of you yet.
How creepy is that, dude?
Is that not the creepiest fucking thing you said?
We'll convert your children. We'll make an ally of you yet. How is that not fucking indoctrinating?
I'm trying to look up the lyrics here because I think it may be more profound and we can read what they're actually saying here. But first of all, the chorus posted a statement on early Thursday. Quote, the far-right conservative media found our, quote, message, end quote, video and have taken it as their cause. The statement says, quote, this has all happened with the last 24 hours and it continues to pick up steam. They've taken the lyrics out of context to support a narrative that suits their intolerant and hateful needs. Where's the context here? And that's why I want to try to find the lyrics. Can you find the lyrics to this song? What is the name of this stupid fucking song, by the way? We're Coming for Your Children? I don't... oh, it's called A Message from the Gay Community. And maybe I can find it too while we're...
It's literally called, it's in quotations, we're coming for your children.
That may be what the re-upload is.
Yeah, because that says sings.
I'm going to find the lyrics here because that's I'm using Bing, you know. Bing is actually here it goes. So here it goes. I found it. It goes, so you think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. Okay, we're just off to a great start here. You say we all lead life you can't respect, but you're just frightened. You think that will corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Funny, this just once, you're correct. We'll convert your children, happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, you will barely notice it. You can keep them from disco, warn about San Francisco, make them wear pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children, we'll make them intolerant and fair. Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protest, and you'll be disgusted. So gross. And when they start finding things online that you've kept far from their sight, like information, guess what? You'll still be all right. We'll convert your children, reaching one and all. There's really no escaping it, because even grandma likes RuPaul. And all the world's getting kinder. Gen Z's gayer than Grindr. Learn to love, learn to vogue, face your fate. We'll convert your children. Someone's got to teach them not to hate.
Wow. Bro, even think about that, right? Like,
look at this. First of all, the world's getting kinder. Gen Z's gayer than Grindr. Yeah. So there's more gay people. So you are converting. You guys are doing that. Okay.
That you stole the words out of my mouth. You literally.
Hey, we're probably still out of context. We're probably still out of context. Okay. Let's just keep reading the context here. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for them. We're coming. I'm coming.
We're coming. I'm coming.
The pomp. It's coming for the children.
I'm pretty sure they meant to write it that way, though.
Dude, Lyra says we're coming for your children 6 times here. Your children will care about fairness and justice for others. Your children will work to convert all their sisters and brothers. Then soon, we're almost certain, your kids will start converting you.
You know what this is like? Can I tell you what this is like?
What is it like?
Because they're saying...
We'll convert your children.
Because they're saying, oh, guys, you're taking us out of context, right? You know what this is kind of like? This is like OJ's book, If I Did It.
Yeah.
Right? This is like this. That's what it like. Everybody's looking at OJ like, nigga, you know you did it, bro. Come on.
I get that they're trying to make a joke here. I guess I get what they're trying to make a joke, but you guys realize you missed the mark. Right?
Yeah, big time.
Like, if you're really trying to say we're just like, oh, this is everything I heard, we're coming for your children, and you guys want to write a song about it, like, make it funnier at least. You know, if this is funny to you, this is the reason why you suck.
This is why the left can't meme.
I wanted to say left, but not all gays are lefties. But everyone that's for this song,
you're probably left, and you're probably gay.
All right. The gay agenda is coming home. The J agenda is here. But you don't have to worry, because there's nothing wrong with standing by our side and get on board in a hurry, because the world always needs a bit more pride. I see standing by your side, a bit more pride. Let me read this a little better. But if you don't have to worry, because there's nothing wrong with standing by our side, the gay agenda. Get on board in a hurry, because the world always needs a bit more pride. Come on, try a little pride. How about white pride? No, sorry.
That's that kind of pride, Lowe's. That's a different kind of.
I tried a little bit.
I was trying to be prideful. I'm sorry.
You guys don't see. That's the problem. They want to say intolerant and fair, but like the definitions of what intolerance and fair means, the definition of what moral means to people, the definition of moral sex for people, the moral relationships, it all differs.
Yeah.
It completely all differs.
And how you said, what rights don't gay people have?
They have every right.
Exactly. So what are you fighting for? You know, and oh, dude, I wish we can go to that TikTok that you sent of that trans dude that's like, I'm more of a hero than veterans who fought for our country. A trans dude, literal, like this dude was a twig, and he was saying he's more of a hero than people who fought for this country. Dude, I almost lost it, bro. I'm like, what a part of this guy who's identifying as a woman is more heroic and manlier than our people who fought for our country. I don't get it. It should be in our messages. Because you sent it not that long ago, dude.
I'm looking for it.
Man, I almost lost it, bro. Because I was like, how in the world does this kid get off in saying that? I find it hilarious. You found it?
How do you know if you're at a gay barbecue? The hot dog tastes like shit.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I was looking for... The dad laughed so bad on that one. He's just like, this is too good. Yeah, I guess all the hot dogs would taste like shit. But that's assuming they're just like going around sticking hot dogs in their booty. I mean, that's not fucking funny. Okay, it is kind of funny. Let's see. Nope. I don't know where it's at anymore, but it don't matter.
Like you were going off showing us some shit.
Dude, like I said, TikTok is hilarious. Dude, there's such fun stuff on there, and if you get away from the cringy shit, it cuts me off. We send each other too many texts that I don't get anything past December. Wait, December? We'll convert your children, and we'll fuck them.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's what they're saying, right? Oh, that's not what they're saying. Okay, it says, we'll convert your children, then we'll turn to you, giving up the fear inside is freeing like you never knew. Ooh. Go and see San Francisco. Go and turn up that disco. You'll forget you were ever upset. We'll convert your children, and we'll make an ally out of you yet. And we'll make an ally out of you yet. We're fags. Okay.
Not us.
So what part do you think is like out of context here? I mean, I guess we talked about it, right? It's they obviously are trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
Right?
I at least that's what I can get from it.
But
they were trying.
But there's so much truth to this joke right now. All that stuff we played on the show with the drag queen on the bus has big fat heels or something, right? And
Yeah.
then the Saints, the trans go marching. And what was that marching one? See, it doesn't even matter that much to me because I will not show like my children that stuff. Matter of fact, I think PragerU is like put out this whole like thing of children's based like shows to counteract all that
Really?
crap. Like, yeah, you should, and it's all free.
Yeah.
So once you get little Carlos, you should definitely.
You damn right we will.
Yeah.
PragerU him up.
Here, you want to watch this little Carlos?
Nah, man. Like I said, dude, I think, you know, if we're gonna try to homeschool our child as much as we can for, you know, not forever, but yeah, there's a lot of things that we don't want him to be learning about the world. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff out there that you shouldn't know.
It's gonna force a lot of people into homeschools.
Yeah.
Listen to this. You think we're sinful? Well, there are people that do think you're sinful. Okay, get over it. You can think they're sinful too. But then you say you fight against our rights. Like, who's ever fought you against your rights? Like, who? Just like name an example. Like, please. Like, what's going on? Like, who's like stopped you and you could have gone to cops or something and you went to the Supreme Court and they said, well, I'm sorry, man. You're gay.
Yeah.
You just don't have rights.
Oh, you're gay? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have any rights. Get out of here.
Yeah. When has that ever happened?
You know, it was
Never.
funny because the other day I was watching a Bruce Lee film. And I don't know if I talked about this, but within the film, Bruce Lee is trying to go to this Japanese place, and the Japanese didn't like the Chinese, and so he's trying to go in, and it's like no Chinese, and no Chinese and no dogs. And this woman walks in with a dog, and Bruce Lee looks at the security guard. He's like, "Well, she walks in with a dog." He's like, "Oh, it's okay." Like Japanese hated Chinese people. We don't talk about that, right? We don't.
Koreans don't like Japanese people either.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's like there is racism. Don't get me wrong. There is hatred going on, but it isn't just in this country. Like we were talking about the closed captions, right? Why is it only America and English speaking people that do it for all these languages?
Well, let's give them some context because this is a good point because we were trying to watch. Brandon was talking about a new show he's watching, which is basically Family Feud but in Espanol.
Yes.
And so we were trying to watch a little bit of the trailer, and I was like, "Well, don't they have? It's in Spanish, but don't they have English subtitles?" He goes, "No, we tried that." And I go, "Look at that! You said we're so damn racist that." Pretty much everything you watch that is put out by America has every single language just about a subtitle.
Yep.
But we want to watch the fucking... How do you say Family Feud in Spanish? What's the name of the
Familia.
show? It's 100 Niños.
And 100 Latinos dijeron. So 100 Mexicans said.
And they call it 100? What's the Spanish word for 100? Cincuente?
I think so. 50? 1500 or something like that.
What you've read don't you know the name of it, Brandon?
This is it.
But how do you say 100? They say 100?
100. 100.
100
Latinos dijeron. So
100 Latinos dijeron.
So 100 Latin Americans said. So it's pretty much like when they fucking tell you on Family Feud, we surveyed 100 people. So it's just that's the name of the show.
And so where were you watching it on? Netflix or something?
No, it's like just old school over-the-air cable.
Well, even still, that we would...
It's on Telemundo, I think.
One thing I really liked about Narcos when it was on was it never bothered me that they spoke Spanish, but they had the subtitles there. Same thing with Breaking Bad. Whenever they did like the Spanish stuff, like the whole story could be in subtitles, and I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've seen movies
because Spanish is easier than like watching another language, but Spanish because I know a lot of the words, and so they'll say it within the sentence, and you know that the sentence what they're saying is right. You don't know if you're like completely like watching someone you've never listened to the language. It's basically listening on mute, but you're reading the subtitles.
Yeah.
But yeah. With Spanish, I think it's great. But what about a Spanish-speaking show that is subtitled in English for us? But no,
you didn't get it. I didn't get it.
We're so fucking racist.
I mean, luckily I could understand it.
So racist and sexist. Our language is gendered and all that shit.
Gendered, yep.
We're coming for your children, and we'll fuck them in the... All right, let's go to number 14. We're out of here in just a few more minutes, guys. And then we're gonna do a little TikTok stream. That'll be fun. Oh, we're not doing
Yeah,
that.
we can't do that.
Never mind. We're not doing that.
At least not right now.
Yeah. At least right now. Maybe we can like record it and like do like reaction ones, duos. I don't know. Maybe. All right. What do we got here? What is this? This is the new Tucker Jones.
The
new Alex Jones is I guess Tucker Carlson now.
Mrs. Tucker Jones.
Tucker Jones and me talk about conspiracies.
Tucker Jones.
Tucker Jones. So what are we getting at here? Just go ahead and play this, and we'll it'll trigger some more stuff for me. Let's go.
In every corner of American life, choose your own reality. If you want to believe that the pro-Trump riots of January 6th were instigated by the feds, you can choose a show that claims that is true. You can choose a TV star who claims it's real. If you want to believe the NSA is reading your favorite TV star's emails, go right ahead. He claims it's true. The NSA denies it, of course, but for Tucker Carlson's fans,
Hold up a second.
that's just further.
We never talked about that. We weren't talking about it last week, but that NSA thing did not deny it. It said he was not a target. What Tucker Carlson said is that they read my emails. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line. That should be enough.
Yep.
Read my emails. They never said we didn't read his emails. They just said Tucker said a couple things that he said he may have been the target of something, right? But all they did was deny the target part.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, because when it comes to that, it's, let's say, because then Tucker came out and said that he was trying to get an interview with Vladimir Putin.
Right. That's what came out.
And so it was one of those things where it's like, oh, well, we were investigating the Russians, and we just happened to read all your emails because you weren't the target. The Russians were. But within that, we got to read all your emails, and we know exactly all the things you were saying. So you may not have been the target, but did we read your emails?
They still didn't admit that.
They didn't admit that.
They didn't admit that either. Go ahead. So you're starting off on a false premise there, asshole.
Carlson is a conspiracy monger, but he's far from the first. As my colleague Oliver Darcy pointed out this week, Carlson is sounding more and more like InfoWars host and notorious conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. You can hear the similarities.
The NSA has been reading our emails.
It's not that I think the government spies on me. It's admitted that they do.
It is a lie to say there are no risks. There are risks in everything, including in getting a vaccine.
Everybody's got family that got killed or got sick from a vaccine.
So FBI operatives were organizing the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, according to government documents.
It is overwhelming, the evidence that criminal elements of the federal government provocateured and staged January 6th.
All right, Oliver Darcy is
Look at
back
these
with me.
two bald bitches.
I think the sound speaks for itself.
They are
is
bald
it a stretch
bitches.
to say that Tucker Carlson is
You know,
the
he's
new Alex
married.
Jones?
No,
Can
he's
you-
not.
Can you look up Brian Stelter's wife?
Stelter is not married.
She's, there's people that make they make the funniest jokes that like she's got the tightest pussy because he never fucks her. Like just Stelter's wife, and she's actually not that bad looking.
You know he's not.
Jamie Shuprak.
No.
Look at her. I mean, she's not that pretty actually.
No.
And they got kids.
She looks like a troll.
She looks like a troll.
She looks like a troll, bro. Look, I'm a short person, so I could say this.
Who has sex with that dude?
She I mean, unless it is a troll.
All right,
She's a demon troll.
So, Joe
Jones.
Rogan, this is number 15. Joe Rogan. He's a friend of Alex Jones.
One of his best friends.
He's never had Tucker on his show, and he's never been on Tucker's show. But this is that Hitler had a dog thing that right will use as but the left will say things like, well, white supremacists use this, so therefore it's now a white supremacist thing. It's like, what the fuck? No, it doesn't make that shit. It means there was a joke that they have a sense of humor too.
What about Illuminati though?
That's Illuminati.
Right, you do this with the eye.
Means I'm watching you with my monocle and feathers.
Well, sure, let's go with that.
Anyways, Joe Rogan, which I think is one of the great thinkers of our time, he'll go down as that. fellow Austinite, which I'm not an Austinite anymore. So, but here's Joe fucking Rogan talking about this situation.
He's comparing. They're comparing these things in this really weird, disingenuous way to try to make it look like everything that Tucker Carlson's saying is insane because Alex Jones says something as well. If Alex Jones says drink water and take vitamins, and I say drink water, take vitamins, am I Alex Jones? Like, what does that mean? The other thing that he said was the Capitol Hill thing. Now, if there are government files that if you could read these government papers that actually do say that there were Asian provocateurs that had something to do with the Capitol Hill attack. If Alex Jones says that and Tucker Carlson says that, but yet the fact remains that it's true, who gives a fuck? And how are they making that connection? That connection is so weird. And the connection is just to try to discredit Tucker Carlson.
Thank you, Joe.
There you go.
I told you, folks, once Joe got...
Thank you, Joe. There's Alex Jones saying that. It's absolutely true. At this point, it's all about discrediting.
Yeah.
How many times has Tucker Carlson called Brian Settler, or whatever,
Stelter.
a fucking eunuch? A fucking eunuch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Stelter doesn't like Joe Rogan.
Do you think he's just? Do you think Settler, fuckface, pigface,
Stalin.
motherfucker, Brian Stalin? Do you think that he likes that attention? Instead, he gets nobody at a book. He didn't.
Bro,
he put out a book, and
the lowest views in CNN are Stelter's, bro. How do you think he feels about Rogan getting more than him?
His show's called Reliable Sources. And it's like far from that shit.
Wow.
It's unfreaking believable.
It's unreliable sources. That's what it should be called.
Let's go ahead and do our last video, and we're out of here for the night. Let's do number 16. Joe Biden said something about door-to-door vaccine, getting people to get, people don't know about the vaccine yet. Look. We're going to go door-to-door. Look. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. And here's...
This how you know Joe Biden doesn't know Americans, because the last thing Americans want is people knocking at the door. That's how we avoid Jehovah's Witnesses, bro.
Yeah, no one likes those guys.
Nobody likes the J-Dubs.
Or the Mormons. So here's J.P. Sears, which I think Spears, he's... I think lives in Texas now. He moved from like California to Texas. He used to make all these videos where it would act like a hippie, and his most famous one back then was where if meat eaters acted like vegans, and like someone would give him a sound. It's like, do you have something that tastes like meat, but it's like it's a bit meaty. Anyways, he's a great parodyist.
Parody, yeah.
Anyways, this is his video.
Neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people protected from the virus.
Can I help you?
Oh, hi. I'm with the Biden administration. Do you have a minute for me to tell you about the non-FDA approved injection we desperately want you to get?
Why the hell are you knocking on my door?
I'll take that as a yes. We've been reviewing your medical records, and it appears as though you haven't gotten the...
That's illegal.
Indeed. And what they show is you haven't gotten the shot yet. So I'm here on your private property to pressure you into doing so.
Letting politicians decide what medicines I take is insane. You're not doctors. You're not even qualified.
We're politicians. We like power. And we feel that qualifies us to do whatever we want.
It absolutely doesn't. What I put in my body is my choice, and I'll consult my doctor over that because he knows me personally. Because it's a medical issue.
No, ma'am. This is more of a political issue. You can trust us.
You're part of the government, and you work for me. And you being here is a complete infringement on my rights. You need to read the Constitution.
At the Biden administration, we don't believe in the Constitution. It's not really how we want to govern, so you need this shot.
The fact that you really want me to get this thing makes you look really, really suspicious.
Thank you. You don't even know the half of it.
And the more you push this thing, the more I doubt the safety.
Oh no. When you look at this spreadsheet with our profit margins, you'll see that what we're working with here is totally safe for business. And the long-term clinical trials of an hour and a half are squeaky clean. You have nothing to worry about.
It seems like you just want control.
For your protection, yes. Thank you for seeing. We're just looking out for your best interest with our propaganda campaigns, censorship, and now me being here knocking on your door.
You're welcome for all that we've been doing.
Are people dumb enough to believe that?
Some are. Now, I would really like to stab you with this needle and inject what's in it that you have no control over into your body.
Absolutely not.
I kind of just want to do it anyway.
My body, my choice, you creep.
That's not the way we see it. At the Biden administration, we look at it as your body, our choice. It's kind of a Bill Cosby-inspired mentality we've adopted.
Get off my property now. Get the off my property.
No. I don't understand. Are you saying you don't want the shot that you've chosen not to get? Wait. While I'm here, do you mind if I confiscate all your guns?
Go ahead and try.
This guy's really really stepped up his political stuff. But there was this one video I watched him where he was just, being normal, doing an interview, where he was all like, yeah, he's all for BLM. Does that confuse the fuck out of you? Sort of confuses me.
But, it was funny. Like, I don't know. I think people have the freedom to choose whatever they want as long as they understand what they're believing in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I could have a sound, rational argument with you and discussion with you about what you believe in, and you don't hang up on me, you don't call me names, and you don't just try to disapprove everything I say off the bat, then I don't mind that you believe in BLM and all that, as long as you know what you believe in. Stand by it. Don't be afraid to stand by it.
Correct. Stand by it. Is that your final words for today?
Won't you stand by me?
Won't you stand by me?
Oh, stand now.
Stand by me.
Stand by me.
Whoa! All right. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. We're out of here. If you guys like our content, be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast. If you can rate us, do it. 5 stars is preferred.
Yeah.
But just, even if you just rate us, that's
anything
cool.
more than 4 is
it's acceptable.
Yeah, we like it.
Do you guys think there should be cameras in classrooms? What do you think about Tucker Jones? What are some of the things that you got out of today's episode?
Mm-hmm.
Does WP have anything? A warrior poet have anything else to say for the day before we get out of here?
White power.
The white power poet. No. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. So, for Brendan the Hardhead Mitchell, for exactly David Aguilar, I'm Lo Sane. Be cool, stay hip. We'll see you next week. That's right.